Those were all the tools that we needed. You know it's going to be a good day when you only need 4. We're talking about the installation of the road active suspension system for the 2005 2500 HD long bed extended cab pickup. You know, in a never-ending quest to make our vehicles better, we have to search and find ways to increase safety and payload. In this case, I did a lot of research because originally I wanted to look at an air ride system, an airlift system. However, not the name brand airlift, but an airlift system. But after doing a lot of research and a lot of reading and a lot of viewing of YouTube videos, I settled on the road active suspension for the 2500 HD pickup. We only needed 4 tools: a 3/4, a 24mm, a 1/4 inch hex, and a 14mm socket and ratchet. Again, 4 tools, that's all I need. It's going to be a good day. Road active suspension creates a system that puts the back of the coil spring in a tension in an assisted mode the whole time that it is in operation, in order to basically force the arch in the system at all times. What they send you is 2 springs, a great set of instructions, and I really got to stress this, folks. These kits can fit multiple vehicles. Now, depending on your vehicle, it may require a different type of installation. Before you tackle this, read and follow the directions that they have right here that you see that comes in every box. Read, follow the directions. If you're not comfortable with doing things, some of these systems have to be unpacked. They have to have the helper spring stacked at stacked in a different position. Or you may have, for instance, on the F-150, you have a system that does automatic leveling of headlights. This system is going to change the level of your vehicle, so it's going to change some of those systems that have to be accounted for. Read and follow the directions. If you're not comfortable, get somebody else to do it. Back to the installation, you got to jack this thing up, and you got to let your suspension hang completely, so it needs to be suspended either from the frame, or they really recommend the front eye of the springs. Now, in my case, in this particular kit, this is the second kit that I ordered. I sent the first kit back because what I had noticed was I had misordered, and the system I had ordered was for the 1500 pickup truck. A call to the technical support at Road Active stated that that system would indeed work on the 2500. However, he recommended the 3611 HD, which is specifically geared toward the 2500, 3500 series pickup trucks of that year. When you get your system, it's going to come just like this. It's going to be the coil, the spring, the rod is actually going to be compressed. That makes it easier to ship. So what you have to do is to loosen up the jam nuts and simply unscrew this system, like you see right here, sped up just to save a little bit of time. Unscrew this system to extend this thing out roughly 10 inches or so. Now, the skies were threatening rain within the next half an hour, so I was trying to see if I could finish the installation. I'd already done the left side of the truck, and here I decided to film the right side. This is not in actual time, but as you can see, it's not raining as of yet. So, with the coil spring unpacked, untensioned, that is, lengthened out, simply lay the Road Active Assist shock onto the leaf spring, centering the assist on the back of the leaf spring, and aligning the fork with the front. Now notice that it has 4 holes in the system where it bolts in front of your leaf spring stack or your leaf spring shackle. I chose to go ahead and mount it into the first hole, just because that's the hole that I chose to mount it in. And no doubt the differences in the mounting locations has to do with the amount of tension that you can put in, as well as the application at which you are installing the road active suspension on. So again, this is where reading and following the directions comes in handy. But it's just a simple process, as you saw right there. Laying it up on the spring, making sure everything was centered, and installing the front bolt and the bushing. Now, make sure that that bolt, the eye of that bolt, is facing the inside, because you're not going to be able to get it, to get your hex head in there to tighten it up if it is facing the outside of the wheel. Again, check everything lined up, make sure everything is in the center before you go into the next step of tensioning the spring to the desired level that you were trying to achieve with your road active suspension. After the adjustments are made and you can put your die between the coils, you're set. Again, I'm using the 25% increase. Adjust your jam nut all the way down to the body, to the spring body. Then tighten the jam nut on it, and you are done. Your road active suspension is now tensioned up. Now, the greatest thing about this is, if you need to make a change, simply loosen these 2 up, put your 14 millimeter on the end here, and crank it open some more. Remember, a dime and a nickel. And here's what it looks like on the trip. Notice that the truck is level. Notice that the trailer is level. Previously, with the vehicle loaded onto the trailer, there would be a little bit of a droop. Now, it is a 2500 series HD truck, so understand that it would not droop nearly as much, for instance, if it were a 1500 series. But I'm very, very pleased with the road active suspension system that's installed, that we installed to make this trip. Now, we did a 2,200 mile trip. How good was this suspension? It was absolutely fantastic. I'm glad I actually went ahead and invested the time and the money into this type of assist system for the 2500 HD. Now, when I come back to you on the next one, I'll talk about the actual trip itself and the actual ride and the post-installation review after driving it around town. So, hey, this is Willie in Buck's Garage. We'll see you soon.